Here with Chad Gable, and I know tonight has to not feel great, both emotionally and physically investing all of that energy into winning this gauntlet match and just coming short, not being able to punch your ticket to WrestleMania and face Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. How does this moment feel?
Coming up short. You hear that all the time. It's starting to become kind of the story, of my kind of career thus far. Unfortunately, at least my singles career. It's disappointing. That puts it lightly. More than anything, it's like defeating in a sense. It's for those that have never felt something like this. It's more visceral than you can really describe. When it's not coming up short. It's really like letting people down that depend on you in a number of ways. So, like I said before, to me this meant a lot more than WrestleMania, a lot more than a championship. It was a very personal thing for me, my family, and kind of the things and ideals that I guide my life by. I don't want to get like melodramatic here, but it's really true. Like, this is a lot of the guiding forces in my life rode on this and me delivering on the things I say I'm going to do. That's always who I've been. So this is an example of me not doing that. And if you really boil it down to it, it kind of shatters your paradigm of who you are, at least who you thought you are. So it goes pretty deep.
Yeah. I noticed after the match, Sami Zayn said something to you. Can you share what that was?
No. For now, that's going to stay between me and Sami. And to be honest, I was less interested in what he had to say and more interested in getting out of the ring, because the dejected feeling is not something I like to air publicly, but at the same time, I'm a man willing enough to say that he was the better man tonight. I don't think it meant more to him. I don't think it still means more to him than it does to me, but I have no problem showing respect to another man that got the better of me.
I know that you pride yourself on being one of the best, if not the best, technical wrestler here in WWE. What do you think went wrong in the match tonight?
It's hard to say, at what point the tide turned. It's a different dynamic when there's guys in there and the audience is involved and they're pulling for both guys, and we both had so much on the line. Sami had his own version of wanting to get to the same point that I did. So I don't think anything necessarily went wrong. That was a battle of wills, a battle of, who really wanted it more. And I think we saw a finish where, it wasn't the matter of him finally, landing the big blow. He found his way out and found a way to win. And sometimes that's what great champions do. He found a way to win. I don't feel that he fully bested me tonight. I don't feel that he, outdid me, outclassed me in any way, but he got his hand raised and I didn't.
You mentioned that you feel like you've come up short many times before in your career. You still want to punch your ticket to WrestleMania in some capacity. So where does that leave you?
I mean, I talked a lot over the last, month or so about what this meant to me, and this was my path. What am I going to do? Come out tomorrow and say, give me one more chance, beg for one more chance? I'm also not that guy. I'm very realistic, very self-aware. So you're not going to see me whining and complaining and trying to weasel my way into some form of a shrapnel of a match at WrestleMania where I can just say I was on the show. Where do I go from here? I don't know. I'm going to go home tomorrow and be aimless, lost, directionless, questioning myself, questioning my work ethic, my dedication, if I've done it right, if I'm approaching everything right, because like I said, this is a paradigm shifter. So what's next? I don't know. That's the hardest question you've asked so far. I have no clue.
Do you feel as though you have a support system? I know you've mentioned your family in weeks past when talking about this gauntlet match. Do you think that is something that can give you some semblance of hope in the future?
Yeah, I mean, I am also willing to separate, what I do professionally from my family life. Like, they are my support system, but at the same time, like, I'm the rock. Like, I'm the guy that they depend on. I'm the guy they lean on. I am the foundation of that whole family. So tomorrow that foundation goes home and he's a little bit wobblier than he was when he left, and I don't like the sound of that.
Well, I'm sorry again about how this match turned out tonight, but thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you.
Born to be the greatest of all time. This is where I draw the line. Can't stop my shine. They know it's my time. Let the world know I've arrived. I'm on the rise. Unstoppable.